Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be your weekly read from November 24th all the way through November 30th. So we are closing out November, and for those that celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. I hope it's filled with safe travel, love and laughter, and time with friends and family. And time with us and your family here on the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So before we get started too, I just wanted to say thank you guys and send my love to each and every one of you for all your love and support and all the ways that you lift this channel up and help it grow, and to spread these messages out to as many Virgos as we can. Thank you guys so much. I love you back. So let's get started. So walking into this week, on the 24th, the moon is going to be in Virgo, and it's also going to be in opposition with Neptune, which is in Pisces at this time. And Neptune is the dreamer, right? And so is Pisces. So it's kind of fun when Neptune is in Pisces, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Anyway, what it does really is it basically allows us to heighten our imagination. It's a great opportunity for embracing our creative side, either through expression, with art, so painting, drawing, or even music. And so take advantage of this time and create, especially when it comes with music, because it's the universal language, right? Everything in the universe understands music because it translates so well and so easily to energy. And so now is the time to create and to express yourself through that creativity. And coming into this week here, right away we're pulling the Strength card. This is where Spirit is reminding us that truly we possess the inner strength to succeed. We possess the courage to succeed. And this is also about standing in your power, self-empowerment, especially when you're being faced with options. Now, the Seven of Cups here came out 50-50. This is about basically kind of an opportunity where your imagination is really wandering, right? And really learning to fly in a lot of ways. You may be finding that at the beginning of this week, you're really daydreaming. And stuck in a point, though, too, with daydreaming where it's lacking action. And on the other side of this, it's about avoiding the reality of a situation. So, it could be coupled with denial, right? Or a fear of a missed opportunity, or even, too, not seeing scams for what they truly are. And so this is a time where Spirit is reminding us that while we've got this opposition between the moon and Neptune, your imagination will run high. It'll tempt you in different ways. It'll daydream, and also to have a lot of aspects where really it's the action that counts. That's what Spirit is reminding us, is that really see things for what they are. Dream as big as the universe, and then put practical action towards it so that you don't see missed opportunities within this time. Now, on the 25th, kind of a big day this week, no pressure. But either way, the moon is going to be moving. The moon is going to be moving over into Libra. And so this is all about open-mindedness as well as optimism. It reinforces our desire for harmony, for love, and for partnerships, and really putting partnerships in priority, or as priority, where they fall at the center of our hearts. Now, some of us during this time too might be looking at looking at an aspect here where it brings unexpected change. Some of us also too during this time could be faced with conflict, especially with the holidays coming up. I'm just saying, sometimes it ignites a little bit of old passions or old wounds or old triggers that can come in and lead to a feeling of instability or insecurity. Also, too, possibly looking at financial wise, especially with the Ten of Coins being in reverse. This could also look at those missed opportunities. Basically looking at them as a fear of loss or as a fear of failure if you don't take action towards them. But really, it's about balancing the debts, really looking at your finances. And like I say, the 25th is a big day. So not to bring out the R word or put it in a negative connotation in any way, but Mercury will be going retrograde on the 25th, and it happens to be in Sagittarius this time. And so for us Virgos, there's really a heightened focus on communication. There's also a focus on travel and an attention to detail that could impact home and family. Now, I will do a separate reading on Mercury retrograde with tips, what to expect, also 2 different focus points to work on. That way you can run into this Mercury retrograde not with Mercury retrograde, but instead walk into it with, you know what, this is a good challenge and it's a good lesson, and more importantly, I know what I need to work on and what to do to overcome, especially when it comes into delays. Like I say, there's a heightened focus on communication as well as on travel during this time, and as always, home and family it's going to affect for Virgos. And like I say, this could be overwhelming. This could really be due to, like even here with this, the insecurity aspects, self-doubt, fear, guilt. You could find that you're facing anxiety or really, lack of sleep or poor sleep because there's a lot of negativity basically, or kind of haunting aspects. What Spirit is saying here is that if you are in fear of debt or of loss during this time, or fears of instability and insecurity, new ventures will go in your favor. Travel will also go in your favor. But again, it's about taking action. It's about embracing that adventure with excitement as opposed to apprehensiveness. Because truly, you are standing in your strength at this time. You are representing the maiden, and the maiden has the ability to come with a nurturing confidence as well as sweetness to tame the lion, whether that be external forces or the internal lion. And if that resonates, especially during Mercury retrograde this time, by all means, please like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, share your story in the comments below. That way we can help lift you up, help reinforce your energy as you stand in the maiden's power, so that you can take action towards what you're building, what you're doing. Also, too, focusing as well on those communication and travel pieces, but also most importantly, the home and family. And so with this, with the holidays coming into play this week, a lot of you could be focusing on getting ready for the holidays, organizing travel plans. Like I say, there could be delay aspects, things that kind of come up here where it's like, oh boy, too much overthinking or fear of instability. This is Spirit's reassurance and confirmation that truly a new venture is going to go in your favor. Travel will go in your favor, and more importantly, it's due to the fact that you hold the Midas touch at this point. You have financial success coming in. You also, what you touch turns to gold, I guess is how I would put it. You have the ability to manifest during this time. And Virgos being Virgos, we're all about that financial security. We're good at manifesting something out of nothing, or where it was one person's trash, we're good about turning that into a priceless treasure, right? And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart below in the comments. But either way, this is about focusing your energy. With the Chariot, this is again about travel, but it's also a reassurance as well that success through your willpower is meant for you. Sorry, in the background, I've got Champ here. He's chasing a fly. So if you hear that, by all means, cheer him on. He's going to get him. Now, during this time here as well, on the 26th, the moon, which is in Libra, is going to be trine with Jupiter. And so Jupiter right now as well is in Gemini. It's all about air, those lofty aspects, as well as optimism. And so during this time, you absolutely are attractive, you're optimistic, but you're also artistic, and that's why you're shining in your power, and you're shining in your creative power through your expression, through your creative expression. And so it's a great time, no pressure. I want to know, dish the dirt or dish the tea, but either way, basically it's also a great time for those that are looking to possibly meet your future spouse. It's also a great time to carry out philanthropic opportunities and activities. And so, just kind of looking at things with holiday seasons. If anyone has a side hustle, especially when it comes to craft fair aspects or holiday fairs, now is the time to take action. Now is the time to set everything up to get ready, because the 26th, you're going to get a leg up between the trine of the moon and Jupiter during this time. Things will come easy. You're positive, you're sincere, and there are financial and social opportunities that are meant for you that will be coming in during this time. And with the Ace of Swords as well, like I say, this is new beginnings and mental clarity. You have focus because you're following your intuition and you're following your vision. But most importantly, again, this is another success card. It's because you're making good choices. You're making easy choices, carrying out philanthropic activities, taking action towards them, and rising to the challenge of really embracing those opportunities that are coming towards you during this time. Now, on the 27th, the moon is going to be moving over to Scorpio. So just in case you've been faced with any type of difficult decisions or have been struggling with dealing with change, if there's been a lot of change coming through, especially change with the holidays, travel, company, I'm just saying, all the additional aspects of planning, really what Spirit is saying is now is the time, as the moon moves into Scorpio, where it'll be easier to deal with change. And like I say, especially with coming into family aspects, possibly looking at what it brings in, unresolved issues or triggers, things like that come into the wing. This is an opportunity really where it's easier to embrace change. And especially with Mercury retrograde, it's important to not necessarily react, but to reflect and then respond. And so take a breath is how I would like to put it. Step back, remain in your grounding, and remain in your passion, because now is the time, especially when the moon moves into Scorpio, where difficulties or change will really come easy to you at this point. And being, embracing that water quality that Scorpions are so good for, as well as remaining grounded that we as Virgos are so good for, that's really going to lend itself towards igniting the passion with taking action in your philanthropic opportunities, but also to be as calm as the water, when you're on a still pond and you put your paddle in, right? To go with that flow and to feel that flow and embrace that flow for its adaptability, for its ease, as well as for its stability too. There's a lot of movement with it, especially when the waters are still, that work with you, right? And with the Nine of Coins, like I say, this is a period of prosperity, not only because you are entering a point of financial success. So for those that have been fearing, financial instability aspects, now is the time where you truly are reaching your goals. This is the start of something new. It's a new opportunity. It's a new change, but it's inspiration coming in through your creative energy, and it requires and takes that action. This is meant for you during this time, and especially as the moon moves into Scorpio, this will ignite a passion and an intense energy to really charge towards your goals with a full intensity that is under your belt, with the full passion of your mastery that you've worked so hard to achieve. And like I say, no pressure, but if you feel comfortable, please share your story in the comments below. Let us lift you up here on this channel and celebrate your successes with you, because this is an opportune time. And like I say too, especially when you're coming together with family, with friends, working into the holidays, getting ready for the holidays, redecorating your home. It's really going to be about the heightened focus towards that communication piece, towards travel, but also the attention to detail when it comes to home and family. Now, also, I did just want to tell you that on the 27th, the sun, which is in Sagittarian, is going to be trine with Mars, which is in Leo. So we've got a lot of fire energy balanced with the moon's energy being water. It's just incredible during this time. And so expect to feel a lot of high energy and power, as well as now is during this time between that trine, where you'll experience a lot of willpower and courage, as well as self-confidence. And that is so important with taking action, right? Is how you talk to yourself, how you give yourself that pep talk, right? Build yourself up. But it's paying attention to how you're talking to yourself, how you're carrying yourself, and how you're raising yourself up and utilizing those energies where you're inclined to take on significant responsibility during this time. Side tangent 2, you may also be working with youth during this transit. So take advantage of that extra energy and revitalization that the youth experiences, where they really, how to put it? It's like you're unstoppable, right? Like you can still fall and you can still take a hit and get right back up again. And so it's this indomitable spirit of passion of everything that you can create, everything outside the box that you're truly meant to bring to this world. And so take advantage of that time. And if you are working with youth, by all means too, help share the programs that you're experiencing during this time. That way we can help support you, because what you're doing for our youth, for our next generation, is completely, absolutely admirable, but also inspiring and wonderful. The gifts that you're bringing are just what you're meant to do, and truly a blessing to each and every one of us. So thank you, I'm just saying. But either way, looking at the cards here, this is also too a time where with Three of Pentacles, you are being recognized for your meaningful work. And it's coming through in the way of monetary rewards, There's also a lot of, again, collaboration and teamwork opportunities through communication, through your creativity, But this is where things will really start manifesting into the 3D through monetary reward aspects. And like I say, this is a time too where you're standing in your power, you're standing in your leadership and taking on responsibility and taking charge, taking action. And with the Two of Cups, again, this is 2 back-to-back cards basically representing cooperation. You've got people here to support you, basically. There is harmony in your friendships. There are people coming in to raise you up. And no pressure, but also potential new romance. So I'm kind of curious as to what you guys' Thanksgiving plans are. No pressure as well, but I know I've said that a few times, sorry. But if you feel comfortable, let us know. Share your Thanksgiving plans in the comments below, where you're going, who you're celebrating the holidays with. That way we can celebrate with you, help support you on this channel as you walk in and celebrate the holidays full of love, laughter, and your tribe. Now on the 28th, the moon is going to be in Scorpio, like I say, but it's also going to be trine with Saturn. And Saturn during this time is in Pisces. So this is an excellent time where business aspects come easy, selling ideas, networking, marketing aspects come easy because you're mentally strong and you're also emotionally controlled. This is where you're exhibiting and exuding emotional intelligence. Also too, financial decisions come easy, and it's due to following your aspirations. You're concentrated right now, and you're also diligent in developing the talent of your craft. But now is the time really, truly to shine, to show your craft, to show the mastery of what you've done, what you've learned through apprenticeship, through education, but also too through your diligence, through your tenacity to continue to develop and continue to grow. But what you're building really, truly is coming in due to your hard work, due to you continuing day in and day out to grow, to better, and to stand as the Queen of Pentacles. Really, this is a point about being a go-getter, right? What Spirit is saying here is, remember, you are good at business. You're also wonderful at generating prosperity. There's always a way. And so if you have been experiencing a fear of instability, remember that during this time, you are getting a leg up from the universe. The universe supports you on what you're growing, what you're building, and it's because you've been calling it in. You've been working towards it. You haven't faltered. And this is the beginning of a prosperity or prosperous time. I can talk. but it's also a time of new relationships, new opportunity, but fortune favors the brave. And with the Ace of Cups, really, there's the scales here and balanced with this. You are having new opportunities come in. Fortune is moving in your favor, is turning in your favor, as well as love is being shined towards you. And the vitality of health. You may have been suffering with some health issues lately, suffering with being tested with your spirituality, coming into things of like, oh my goodness, did I make the right choice? Or looking at things with the perspective of lack in the way of where it's like, oh my goodness, why me? I'm just saying, but this is where you're truly trusting your gut, you're trusting your intuition, you're following the signs, you're being open to the signs, and really this is the beginning of a prosperous time coming in for you. Side tangent too, especially when it comes to collaboration, you could be dealing with, you could be dealing with a Libra, you could also be dealing with a Scorpio, you could also be dealing with a Sagittarius during this time. So look forward to meeting new people, new opportunities with networking through these signs here as well. What I also see in that too, though, I mean, it's so reflective of the universe going, and the astrological movements going on this week, because you've got the air, you've got the water, and then you've also got that fire. And so at this time here, like I say, financial decisions are coming easy. This is where you're standing as the King of Cups, and they're coming easy because you're standing as the King of Cups. You're standing in that position of leadership. You're utilizing your strong social skills, but you're also standing in your professionalism through your creativity. Many of you could be artists as well. But what I see in this is that you're also standing in your love leadership. You've got your emotional management behind you, your emotional intelligence behind you, and you're leading with compassion. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, share your story in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Help get this message out to as many Virgos as we can. Because if it resonates for you, I'm sure that there are other Virgos waiting to hear and be lifted up by that energy that you're also putting into this reading and sharing with them. Now, I do want to say too, like I say, on the 29th, the moon, which is in Scorpio, is going to be sextile with Capricorn. I'm sorry, sextile with Venus, which is in Capricorn. Know what I meant, know what I said. But really, this is a time for love. This is a time for family, and this is a time for friendship. Social outings, meeting new people, but more importantly, it's a time to smile at the love that fills your life. This is also a point too where if you've been having to stand your ground against opposition, against any type of aspects of loss, of spiritual test or poverty, a feeling of hardships, that's not only coming to an end, but it's coming to an end because you're standing your ground. And Spirit is reminding you that at this time, you are indeed standing in a favorable position. If you've been faced with instability at any point, not only is that coming to an end, but really you're changing your perspective because you're looking around and you're seeing that really truly you have everything you need. And in the situation that you're up against, you absolutely are standing in a favorable position. You are not walking this alone. Not only are we here to support you on this channel, but the divine is here to support you. Your tribe is here to support you. Your ancestors and your angels as well are all standing with you. And this is the time to smile at the love that fills your life. Now, a few cards kind of popped out here, so I just wanted to kind of spread them out, get a good reading, and zoom out here to get the perspective of what we're seeing. So what we got here is the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and then also the Queen of Swords. So what I see in this is that while you may be surrounded or have people coming at you with a intent of betrayal, or if you've been feeling outcast or misrepresented or dealing with liars, I'll just be honest, or schemers, people with ulterior motives, basically is how I would put it, is that really truly, as you can see, for those that want to take from you, the reasoning why is because you've invested a lot of time and energy into what you're building. But instead, right now, you are at a point of harvest. You're also at a point of progress. You will be seeing monetary rewards coming through Side tangent, some of you may be expressing yourselves in a little bit too much of workaholism. So just remember, we're Virgos. Sorry, I'm just shifting here. But we're Virgos. Not only do we work hard, but now is the time also to play hard. And when you find what you love, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life, right? It's just you enjoy it. And so remember the balance and that Taurian energy that it brings. But also too, like I say, you're coming in with, you're shining, you're taking action, you're thriving on challenge, and you're entering into a situation here or an environment where it is rather competitive. But what I see in this is that you are dynamic. You're coming in as a creative extrovert. You're shining your bright light in all the skill and all the craftsmanship that you have been developing and that you've been working towards. And most importantly, you're coming in highly motivated and driven in your career and your philanthropic opportunities. Like I say, for those that I see you, some, light attracts all things, light and dark. Some may be coming in to try and deceive you or betray you. They may have ulterior motives. They may also have a few fibs or misrepresentations of you here that they're trying to show the world. What I see is that instead people are looking past this, and this guy, as you can see, he's trying to show that off to who you're working with, trying to misrepresent you with who you're working with, making you feel outcast. But instead these people are paying them no mind. People are seeing you for who you are, that you are intelligent. They're using their own critical thinking as well when it comes to you, and their perceptiveness about both of your adversaries as well as you, and how both are coming to the table. And so what they see in you is that you are highly principled, that you're not only that, but you're organized, you've got strong character, and you also have the confidence of an indomitable spirit. Whatever is trying to knock you down, you're rising to the challenge. This is not basically what I also see in this is, and getting really most importantly, is that you are protected from any type of betrayal or deception during this time, where people want to try and cause you exhaustion, or the Ten of Wands here, where you're taking on too much responsibility. You're not feeling that at all. This is your new start. This is your victory and success, and it's coming in fast. Really, you're standing in, I promise I'll stop, but you're standing in your power. This is a new start where you have unlimited potential. People are seeing you for what you have, but also too at what you create, who you represent, the integrity that you stand in, and whatever other deceptions have been told about you or misrepresented, victory is yours. What I also see in that in a lot of ways is that your adversaries will get to watch you succeed. Just saying. But with the Hermit here as well, this is about also too receiving guidance, receiving the messages, trusting your gut, mentoring along the way, learning along the way, but also standing in your power through solitude. In some ways, standing in your truth, basically, and letting other people speak and misrepresent you, basically. And what I see in that is like you're not retaliating, and it only shows more about your character. It's not necessarily that you're letting them push you over. It's basically you're talking with your action, with your choices, with your representations, and you're letting the truth, your integrity, stand in the actions and in the choices and the movements that you make, rather than trying to enter into an argument. And so it's a really wonderful way to stand your ground, I guess is how I see it. But what I also see in this is that your adversaries get to watch you succeed. And acceleration is coming in fast. Like I say, you are approaching your goals. And also too, expect an incoming message. I do see some communication coming in. And it's good news. With the 8, it will also bring stability. And I think that's like the 3rd or 4th time that that's come in as a reassurance, where really now is the time to get excited. Justice is on your side. Really what I also see in this is it's because of your fortuity. But success, again, is meant for you. Your harvest is coming in, and it's because you're standing in your hermit power. I'm just saying. I love it. Now, also, too, I just want to say, so on the 30th, as we close out this week, The moon is going to be moving into Sagittarius, so definitely expect a leg up of a bit of spirited energy, spirited fire kind of igniting within you. And it's a time where you'll be motivated towards education, towards learning, seeking mentorship, because really wisdom is power, knowledge is power. And so for what you don't know, you're also reaching out to those. You're reaching out for mentorship, for those that can truly help you during this time. And so now is the time where you may very well find that there is a learning and a yearning that you'll be experiencing here as we close out this week. Also, too, on the 30th, the moon is going to be trine with Mars. So as the moon enters that Sagittarian phase, basically Mars is currently in Leo. This adds itself and lends itself towards the willpower, towards the courage, but most importantly, towards practical action. So if you have been struggling with that here, this is the time where, as we close out this week, you will really get some help from the universe in the way of practical action, through resourcefulness, through truth, through love, and then also too through transparency. It's a wonderful time for self-improvement. And so, side tangent, you may also be very much motivated towards self-love, self-improvement. So if you're getting onto eating healthier or being more conscientious of what you're putting into your body, because again, food is energy, we are what we eat. And so I always love the saying, it's best to always eat the rainbow. With as many, eat fresh foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, and incorporate as many colors into your diet as you can, because that truly allows us to intake what we, and basically, sorry, I can talk, but to intake and then transmute that energy, transform that energy into our energy of self-love, self-improvement. Also, to side tangent, you may be also feeling inclined to really embrace those fitness programs and fitness routines, basically, to really strengthen your body, strengthen your temple during this time. And what we pulled here as well, because I did want to also pull some spirit animal totems during this time, is this will be a rebirth. This week, you will be feeling as we enter in Mercury retrograde. And like I say, it'll be a heightened focus on communication, on attention to detail, on home and family. And home is within as well as without, right? Our internal home and our external home. And side tangent, like I say, stay tuned. I'm going to do another reading or a separate reading on Mercury retrograde with tips, with what to expect. That way you can come in and walk into this Mercury retrograde with rebirth, because truly what Spirit wants you to know is that you can reinvent yourself. Be open to the rewards of change, because truly you have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey, even every 2 steps back, because truly those lessons are the lessons that you signed up for in this life. And more importantly, you are meant to conquer them through your practical action, through your courage, and through your love leadership in standing in your truth. And if that resonates, like I say, and you feel comfortable, share your story in the comments below, because truly who I am reading for here is someone that chooses love, but also stands firmly in their truth and in their love leadership. And with the deer, this is about being gentle with yourself. And so if you have been feeling a little self-reflective, maybe a little overly critical, especially with dealing with conflict. If you're like me, I'm just saying conflict is not my favorite thing, and that's putting it lightly. But it changes, it's about changing that perspective rather than looking at it in a way of lack, of why me. It's rising to the challenge through love and recognizing that you heal with the power of love, raising your vibration. It's about seeing light in all things, including the blessings of the lessons, right? For every setback, there's knowledge that you will take with you. And there's self-worth in knowing that you've got the courage to stand up and stand against it, but also learn from it. And so this is about acknowledging your self-worth and your grace, knowing that you can handle any challenge with grace. You can rise to any challenge, any conflict with love, with compassion, and with grace. And so, like I say, if that resonates, by all means, please like, share, subscribe. Your support to the channel means the world. It would not be what it is without each and every one of you raising me up just as much as I hope these messages raise you up. But it'll also help us with getting this message out to as many Virgos as we can. That way we can help support each other during this time and celebrate the holidays and coming together in what we're thankful for and who we're thankful for, in what we're thankful for in all of our loved ones, in all of our connections, even the ones that are karmic, where they're meant to teach us lessons that will carry us through from this life to the next. Now, what I also want to do too is look at the music therapy and the color therapy piece of this reading. And so really, truly, as a synopsis, this is beautiful. Standing in the hermit power and taking the fool's journey. This is a new start with knowing that truly you are a seeker. You are one to give and receive guidance. A lot of you could be creative healers, could be spiritual healers as well. But it's following and trusting the self, trusting that intuition, not being afraid to go within and shine light on parts of yourself, as well as the situations at hand, seeking that spiritual guidance to help raise your vibration and leap towards your fresh start. Take that fool's journey. And more importantly, embrace it with your heart being as light as a feather. And so what I see in a lot of this is with the color therapy, it's all about your greens and your yellows. And so a lot of that has to do with vitality, with energy, like energy from the sun. And then what I also get in a lot of that is the growth, especially new growth, fresh growth, spring growth as well. We've got the spring and the fall greens represented here, and coming into the holidays. It's coming into that harvesting what you've worked so hard for. And so with color therapy, if you are struggling with any type of blockages, utilize the green and the yellows here this time. It'll really help with your solar plexus as well as with your heart chakra. And so really connecting yourself to knowing that you are enough, that really truly you are allowed to be as playful as a child in this life, because it helps us with growing. It helps us with that energy and with also that confidence of leaping, taking those leaps of faith fearlessly. But also too with the heart chakra, it allows us to really know that we are supported. We are never alone. But more importantly too, we are able to see the world through a compassionate lens and forgive, to hold space for forgiveness, for ourselves and for others each and every day. That is truly standing in your power. And then for the music therapy piece, we pulled an F and an E. And so try playing around with those chord progressions. Do some improv, sound baths. Raise your vibrations so that you can truly align and unblock any type of chakra or energy blockages within you, so you can fully take that fool's journey. Fully take that leap of faith, standing in your power as the hermit. Now, between the two of them too, what we did pull chakra-wise is some of you guys, and some of us, I should say, may be experiencing a blockage between our crown and our third eye. It's a lot of being up in the head, right? And so it's really about knowing, especially when you do your meditations, reciting positive affirmations and how we talk to ourselves. Not only knowing that we are enough, but we are naturally intuitive. That we have the ability to question our lens of perception and to choose to raise our vibration and take a new perspective, because we are connected to the energy of the universe and we are whole. We are expanding through our awareness and our acceptance so that we can better serve ourselves and others. And so as a reminder too, if you're doing any energy work, whether it be grounding, chakra balancing, sound baths, color therapy, all of the above, make sure to drink plenty of water as you realign your chakras and get your energy moving. That way you can detoxify yourself from any blockages, but more importantly, revitalize and rejuvenate so that you can manifest and properly call in what is meant for you in this life as your highest self, because truly you are meant for great things and you are meant for many blessings. And so, like I say too, if you are struggling with any type of aspects, especially with confidence, with willpower, with your courage, check out our store. The Honey Sea Star store, basically all the designs are meant to uplift, to empower, and also to inspire. They're power words and designs that are meant to carry you through your day and lift you up so that you can fulfill your greatest life's wishes, for your greatest life's ambitions, and take practical action with taking that fool's journey. And also too with trusting yourself, with knowing and having the courage that truly you are on the path. You're on the right path that is meant for you. And so check out our store. Let me know what you think, but see if there's anything that speaks to you on what lifts you up to carry you through your day. And then truly, I cannot thank you guys enough for all of your love and support and the ways that you lift this channel up. If this message reached you and resonated, by all means, help share this message to our other Virgo friends, our other Virgo sisters and brothers, so that we can lift them up as well. Please like, share, subscribe, share a heart in the comments below, or if you feel comfortable, share your story. That way we can help support you, help lift you up as well, and celebrate you along your journey. But either way, I hope this reading helps. I hope you guys all have a wonderful, happy holidays and safe travels. Love and light, and I'll see you in the next reading.